Ube wena waungena mi ngabe ngafele endleleni ube wena wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
boy,
man.
Thanks, man. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. How's it, man?
I'm good. I'm very good.
Yeah.
This is like the very first conversation with ZolaniJama, so it's very special.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
what you did.
Yeah.
Like before I even introduced you to my audience or whoever, why did you choose this song?
I think the reason why I chose the song, man, if I would look back to where we started, if God was not with us,
Yeah.
I think ngosokudala yaphelele emoyeni le way, as I said, akube wena awungenathi ngabe saphele endleleni ngabe safela endleleni, you know. So uqala kwethu Estratweni, man, like we never thought we could reach this level, but it's only because of Uthixo, like that's why we're here, because we've been through a lot, like to be here. So it's just glory to him. Yeah.
But before we even start with the business, I'd like to first have you introducing yourself into the audience, and then I'd love to know you personally.
Yeah.
So I'll start by asking who your name is for the people who don't know you, and then
Okay.
So what's your name?
Hey everyone, my name is Space Mavumengwana, ngumXhosa ongancengwanga. Ikhayile ngapha eManfred ngulithula uMadlandolo uNjenge. Ndihlala lapha ngokuhlala ePhilippi, but I grew up eGugulethu, ndifundele eGugulethu, so I then moved to up ePhilippi. Yeah, so I'm a very strong believer in God. I believe in God and I love so much God. Yeah.
You know, the first time I met you, I think we were doing a birthday party for my little girl, and I could pick it up that you have a strong relationship with God. Is it from your house or from where you grew up, or have you always believed in God, or is it just something that you picked up on the way?
I got a chance of growing up, man, with abazali abanikhulisile, like from Ikawe. So I grew up in church from a very young age, and more than by way as lena, I think I took it so personally. I have a strong relationship with God. Yeah.
Oh, you take it from home, like
I took it from home. Yes.
And then, Okay, so as an entrepreneur, you deal with people. Your nickname is Space.
Yes.
I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah. So it's when I was young, man. I can't even tell you by Sugapi. I just got the thing Space, and I like. As we as a casco man of money nickname as a mission, and then you just go with it.
And then years later you create a space.
Yeah.
You think it's a coincidence, or it was supposed to be that way? Because like this is a space, it's a creative space.
Yeah.
It's a space for food, it's a space where people just chill.
Yeah. So
it's not a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence,
Yeah, maybe it was prophetic, just is a thing that I never thought my name would live. So I don't know. I don't know.
So what do you think of a motivation? Because I know one of your mentees is Ubahle, and he's like the biggest inspiration in the hood.
Yeah.
Like Nakum is like I think I'm 4 to 5 years older than him, but I still take inspiration from him.
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself as an inspiration, Kobanya Band, not only with mentees that's closer to you? Because you also inspired me as a businessman.
Thanks, man. No, thanks. I appreciate it. So I think at a very young age, man, and I was introduced to leadership at a very young age. At the age of 14 years, I was already called to be a youth leader, like at my church, and I got the Puma going from Ekaweni, like to work in your organization, of which Napana was a youth leader. So I've been all my life I've been in leadership. Yeah, so I understand the leadership position, and again, so I do know like from afar that I don't even know, like, because I know that being a leader, you just get to be an influencer about doing. So guys like Obahle, it's so fun about like I know him from Mendi house parent and I like literally. The time maybe like a pot in school, so I used to take care of him, like, and just being there like for him. So imagine like I said, like very, very young. I'm just shocked to know with this big guy that is doing amazing things, but yeah.
And speaking of like fatherhood, do you have any kid?
A kid? No, not yet. Not yet.
Are you planning on
Yes, yeah, because I'm not married for now. I'm not married now,
so
you
don't want to have a kid out of
No, I don't want to have a kid out of marriage.
That's responsible.
Yeah,
tips, man. Not out of wedlock. But yeah, okay, let's get back to your business. Like it is Estratweni. Corner, like some other time, none of my mail, where it started.
Yeah.
For me, I asked exactly the story.
Okay. So I'm in space and the owning there at Estratweni. There's my business partner, Siphamandla, known as Blacks. In church, and we grew up together.
Yeah.
So we've been friends for over like 10 years together.
Yeah.
So hey man, it's we started 2016 with only 200 rands that we borrowed from my sister.
Yeah.
But now when we started, because that is in Spain now, I'm cheating. I'm Spanish by two.
Oh, in Spanish
yeah, I'm Spanish by two on one international organization. So the thing is, we wanted to start our own organization. We wanted to tell our own stories, man, because the organization was owned by Americans, so it was an international organization. Yeah. So we wanted to just to say our own stories, man. And so I resigned. We just dropped out of work, just singalom zuzu, and boom, we find ourselves unemployed. So so we found ourselves like unemployed, and then after finding ourselves that exam failed to like we're not working, and I'm cheating like that time. And he was pregnant. We didn't want but he was expecting a second child. So no money, like nothing, because organization, like be calling money from an eye. So
can you resign? Don't you like get years away? Don't funds.
No, because such resign along way to the big organization. Yeah, we just resigned. Like
so you don't get nothing.
You get nothing. But this in the air was like a singer sang such thing about corner. So then we were told we're not gonna get any cent. So boom, here we are unemployed. As you know, like it's hard getting a job, like in South Africa, like it's very hard. So what do we do? And I said to him, Blacks, before Spanapa, I used to bake muffins, and I know how much they're so cheap to bake them, but the profit is an eye, like it's quite huge. Revenue is an eye. So I said, man, let's start baking muffins, and when you bake muffins in the morning, and exactly in the morning we'd go out and sell them. So from it takes a rank saying we used to go and sell muffins, like at the bus station sell muffins, train station would sell muffins. So but now the sad thing about that is like to 12 o'clock, I come to from Tenga muffin. Yeah, so what we did, I like, man, what do we do? Because in the season so I said, let's start doing beggars, then we can start selling beggars. So I started beggars, hence the name Estratweni.
So you were selling beggars from
in the Estratweni. Yeah. It's not a concept. It's not a concept. It's not something as I plan, but
it came out naturally.
It came out naturally because it is a business of survival. So, man.
Before like you cut out the story, Jama status of being the most dangerous town in the world, Cape Town. It's the number one. And then in Nyanga, which happens to be the number one most dangerous or with the most criminal activities. Like who are making you aware by this is not gonna work, join staff, no. Doesn't make stories.
So I think for teenagers, like I used to work with youth, so much they know you. They know me.
Like it's street cred.
Yeah, they know me. They know me. This guy is hustling, is doing it for himself. And mostly I do believe hustlers don't rob other hustlers. And again, that was why like a car selection. So and was and stuff. So for me that can't say thing, man, because the slambile and fair to like a hangout was there. So lambile, you don't even think of many things. You just look at them and the lambile and go, my kids need to eat. So I would think like getting risk.
So like okay,
yes,
the muffins.
The muffins. I got figure beggars. Then later because I come to finish a muffin at 12 o'clock. So we introduced the beef beggars. So we started selling and sazuange beggars then. Because it's a stigma at some point. It was not easy like we think it's Estratweni because we were like at this age. Well, like we think is not something cool. Like this guy free a flop or like it's going down the life in here. So what we did to abandon we found not link a college. I will drop it out. So what we did, we went and borrowed the chef jacket. So we started wearing chef jacket and we started looking cool. We were the coolest guys. They're like, yo, the chefs. So I think the stigma,
like it had an impact.
It had an impact into the customers, like about respect, and they were trusting us. So later we branded ourselves the brand going Estratweni. Yeah, because besides abantu abaninzi by khona is a chef man, things are Estratweni. So I like Black, this is catchy. Why not we go with the flow of this name? So we started saying, no man, let's call ourselves Estratweni. So we called ourselves Estratweni, branded ourselves, and we opened our Facebook account, and everyone besides going to terminals were like, oh wow, these guys, I know them from a taxi rank and Facebook, and everyone was like sharing it, like in Antika like a Facebook page here too. So later we're able to buy ourselves a food truck. So we bought our first food truck. Now that is the coolest thing like Lokshin, because we don't have food trucks at Kasi.
Yeah.
So we bought ourselves a food truck, then side baker. Then I think that's what opened doors for us. Ila food truck. We were wearing uniform and having this food truck. Events in Lokshin, we used to go on and sell in those events, and that's when we got like a popularity to like a Lokshin.
Yeah. Okay, before like we even continue the story, chefs and other careers, you have to go like your phone and have a professional qualification and stuff. But you guys never studied any of your own.
No,
just happened to be recognized as the chefs and stuff.
Yeah.
Educationally, Konstorogo was theater, like I don't remember where, but you said no by 2 you don't have grade 12s. Or
Yep. So I'm non-fundanga, and now grade 12. I'm not educated, and my friend now is not educated. Yeah. I'm not a chef. I'm a professional, unqualified chef. But I'm a professional because I think one of the things is but they don't pay much on customer service, they don't pay much on hygiene and how. So on watching the TV, so I've seen the gap, but like, and again man, they're trying to pick his special needs. So the guy or chef who told him that he's a chef, and I'm like, no man, we can make our own things, we can do our own things. And remember, I'm coming from a space, organization of people that were telling our stories. So I wanted to be my own chef. Like I told myself I'm a chef because the organization they told me I'm a youth coordinator. I'm not educated, but they gave me the name, I'm a youth coordinator. Then now like, no, why not call myself I'm a chef? And I am a chef and I live on standards of being a chef. And nobody could tell you about Lea Ifundanga is not a chef because I was looking good and I was serving it, the food, the best food.
Yeah, Omnibuzo that I have, what's the relationship between education and the business?
Okay.
Is there any or like to be self-educated? Like you trying to make muffins, you're trying to make burgers, you're trying to sell the insurance.
Yep.
Is there any relationship between the two? Or are you saying just your own opinion? Well, I mean, you do need the education as like a basic to understand a few steps about industry, or you don't need education at all. You can start your own business and be your own boss. Maybe you're not successful.
I think for me, I would suggest about to like go get education, man. Go get education because I think it makes things to be easier for Roena. Yeah, it makes things for Roena and it cuts lot of risk. Yeah, go educated. And again, when you learn things and then be more practical, if been fundile and again, I would have been far, but again, I would never have the experience in denial.
Yeah.
I would never have this experience that I have.
Or objectively, if you wouldn't have been this far because we had rules.
Exactly. Because we broke a lot of rules. We broke a lot of rules. So I'm not educated, but again, as a growth theatre, I got an opportunity of attending incubation program at UCT. So we did a course at UCT for entrepreneurs. That's when I learned the depth of a business. But you're not just selling a product, but there's a customer experience in it. So that's where we learned. And I would advise about man, if you have a chance to be educated, go get some education. Yeah.
Okay. We'll continue with the story, but someone just to have details so that Nomnobugele would understand. But business is not that easy. Business is very hard.
Yep.
So you start selling your muffins on your own truck now.
It's
the beggars.
Yeah. We still continue with financing muffins extend. Then
you start selling beggars. Okay, and then what happens? The story.
So we got our first food truck and man, the support we got from a band because a food truck. Now events, then we moved it closer to Mall. That's where we got going with properly here too, because of there's a lot of walk-ins, abantu abadlulayo like that, they get to see brand here too. Yeah. So from a food truck, and I got the opportunity of funda in the incubation program, the partner SAUCT, where we learned about business. Then from then, we were able to cater for big corporates. We catered for Inansika, Bulama Pico, we catered for GVI, we catered for Oxford University, we catered for Duke University, Stanford University. We did catering for a couple of universities, and we really learned. We learned about this network in business, like the importance of your social capital. So Abandu that got to introduce us in many opportunities. So from a cooks, we grew into hiring a machita. So now we're having about 15 guys that are working with us. Abanya like part-timely. Yeah, so it grew, man, it grew. And the guys about Sevens and Arti, most that we love hiring are the guys that would never get a job opportunity anyway, simply because of they're not educated. Most, so these are the guys that we love like hiring.
Yeah, and then like, instead of creating your own thing, and keep it close to and blacks, what you did was creating job opportunities.
Yep.
Bear in mind that Nina, you're not even funded by the government.
No, we never got any funds. We never got any funds.
In the sense is meeting the government halfway.
Yep.
Because 15 of these guys are in the streets robbing people or doing drugs and stuff.
Yep.
But then it's called a story before you even had like it grew as a very big brand and Estratweni and stuff. You had a story that was escalating about you are selling alcohol and stuff. I want us to touch as a story and go back to there and clear so that
wow.
These guys are
Thanks for the
what
opportunity. Thanks for this opportunity. Wow, thanks for this. I appreciate it, man. As I said, like I'm coming from a space, say community development, and the business here too. It's fully a social enterprise, so it has a social impact. That's why I said the guys we're hiring, like we really want to impact youth, and you said about us mentoring and these guys and stuff. So we don't sell alcohol, and we will never sell alcohol. Because of the impact it does in Lokshini, man, and stuff. So with the story that we're selling alcohol is because of it was the first time in Lokshini we
and the business was booming.
And the business was booming.
And still is booming.
And it's booming now, you know. So it was the first time in Lokshini. You know about it, and they're like, man, how is it impossible? But there's no alcohol involved. And we were the guys that did that first because of the quality of the food we were serving. And again, the customer service, man. Service, we know it because, man, we don't just take him out, but we create relationships. All our customers, we know them by name. We know their special sources. We respect our customers. We value our customers. So every please show me, come see those guys. Except for to come see those guys. And now the sad thing with the youth, more special since like about would bring their alcohol. So they would bring our alcohol. Good spaces say to tell them, guys, you're not allowed to be drinking alcohol, you know. But I could be in there like a bus stop. We can't control them and tell them you can't be drinking alcohol. And so that was blamed on us, but we never sold alcohol.
Whoever is watching and was wondering if Estratweni has ever sold alcohol, there was no alcohol involved. Please stay tuned in. There's more.